official clickety-clack taking it back. It's Zach and JP's Burnout Hijinks. I'm JP, that's Zach, and this is where the hijinks are burn out, and I'm fucking Zach, and he's JP. Shit, I fuck up the intro every time, you guys. How you doing, you guys? You guys here?
Yeah.
You guys here? You guys excited? Okay, we're here with Michael and Kay McChesney, and I just ruined that intro. I'm sorry.
Sponsored by John on cocaine.
I'm sorry.
I will say, despite the messy intro, John is a fantastic host. I've spent an hour and a half in a car with a horrible hangover. Last night was my birthday. So the first thing I needed when I got here was a bathroom. And John pulled out the nice toilet paper. He had the sharp. That was like 4-ply, dude. I felt like I was wiping with pillows.
I can't take
every
credit for
time
that.
a host comes here, they're just immediately like, "Can I piss in John's mouth?" And we always are like, "Just go right ahead. It's perfectly fine."
And he busts out the good toilet paper for it. I appreciate that.
I will say this is our producer's house, and he busted out our producer Greg and his Sergeant Major wrinkle bum. He takes care of all of this.
The amount of people that skimp on toilet paper.
Dude, yeah.
I couldn't do
You
that.
included.
I've never understood the spending extra.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I mean,
do
you
you
don't
live
get
with
one
that?
ply, but like you don't need.
You did
don't
get
need,
1 ply.
All right.
You got 1 plot. No, we're
I didn't know
doing
we were
this.
going to start on toilet paper
We're
immediately.
starting
But okay,
on this.
so when you get to a certain age, how old are you guys?
I'm 26.
Once I got past 30, that was when I was like, the pain. Like, with with all the standing we do, especially with all the sweating, you really do, like, every ply counts. Like, after a while, like, you need, like, because you don't have the layers anymore. You think the epidermis is back? No, it's
gone.
No, it's all raw down. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm okay admitting this on camera because that's all downhill for me from here. I'll never be like sexy, so it's fine.
Dude,
I get hemorrhoids on a quarterly basis.
Oh, dude.
At this point.
Same.
I started at like
Same.
26.
Like a fiscal
High
quarter.
five? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Me too. Like, dude, I sit on, like, I just get, like, shit done on my phone with my roids now. Like, I'm just like, fuck, we're here.
roids.
This just hurts, and I've got emails to answer,
There's like a wiping technique you have to learn. It's insane.
It's so delicate. It's so, like, wipes don't help. They burn sometimes. You get the wrong ones.
Shit.
Dude wipes not the move. Nope.
No, my wife likes the baby wipes. We've just been, since the babies, so 10 years now. 14. So it's just been, we're getting these. These are always going to be here. Yeah. Granted, I love them. They're handy, but it's just like, Jesus Christ. Well, after a while, it's like the burn. It's just like, it's not worth it.
Not good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great content. I'm sorry, you guys.
Yeah,
Great
dude.
way to start.
So,
yeah.
Eyebrow
He
shit
complains
on
about
this.
them all the time. This is a pretty daily discussion that we have.
Okay, you want to know what sucks? Okay, what do you suggest I do? Because she'll bring this up all the time.
Because you should go to a doctor and have them do the laser thing, and it's going to suck a lot, but you know what? It'll stop. It'll finally stop. It won't happen every single month forever.
Okay, am I alone in the thought that 4 hemorrhoids a year that lasts roughly about 2 weeks is preferable?
You have hemorrhoids way more often than that.
Shut up. And leave me alone.
I know every time you have them.
It's preferable to the idea of a doctor taking a laser
And they do that
and
once.
charring it off.
I don't know,
So,
man. To
how
never
good is
deal
the-
with it again?
I don't. Okay. Well,
Is it a
now
guaranteed never again?
Yeah.
I would
Pretty
imagine.
much,
How
yeah.
good is the laser technology you saying these days? Like,
It's
how?
got to be pretty
It's
good.
great.
Okay, we
I
can-
know people who've gotten it done and they don't get hemorrhoids
Okay,
anymore.
if I could,
Might be worth it.
I'm not gonna lie. If I could afford a laser beam to the butt, I would take a laser beam to the butt rather than have
guys
my
are swaying
hemorrhoids
me
because
here.
it's more for a year is nice. You think
Yeah.
that's? You
It's
think,
nice.
It's not bad.
Oh, I remember when I was a young
remember.
man.
Yeah.
Back when I was only for a year. No.
Yeah.
But no, back in my day, I used to have 4 hemorrhoids a year.
Yeah.
Now it's a day. It's like but like if you avoid spicy foods after a while. Like I learned, like after 30, no more Taco Bell. Like it was just immediately out of the, and that was my go-to drinking food. So I was just like,
For sure.
so
If it's like a guarantee that they're gone, I'd probably do it.
yeah, I would 1,000% laser beam to the
But if it's
butthole.
like, hey, man, you got a 50-50 shot, fuck that. I ain't
No.
doing it.
And I don't believe it's 100%. Like, call me a butthole laser
It has
denier
to be.
if you want.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
It might.
I don't want to sound red pilled right now, but I don't
Very base.
believe that there'll be 100% effective.
Yeah. See, like I would say.
I think Big Laser's trying to sell us a fucking law.
You hear that, Big Laser? We're coming for you. Above 85% is what I'd say it'd have to be. Like, because like I've done, you know.
I also do feel like you would be extra. Like you post Laser also sounds really terrible.
Oh, you would have to like wait. I'm taking a month off of work. Are you kidding?
Yeah, dude, he's got a laser on his butthole.
Yeah. I would be the guy who says, "Yeah, I got my butthole lasered." Like it's like the coolest. I would tell everyone
boss is
about
a
my
sick son of a
butthole.
bitch if he makes you come in after
yeah.
that.
I'm at least taking 2 weeks of PTO.
But I do stand by the fact if you don't want the laser, you have to get the donuts.
I don't. The thing is, the problem is admitting it.
The
problem is, because even this is still youthful and fun and sexy. I'm like, oh my god, they're so bad. But hey, a laser's
I'm not even
worse.
30 yet. I can't get a donut.
Every time because I still get that like thoughts like, man, sometimes I feel so hot, you know. I'm just like, and then I'm like, I look at my grays, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've never, you know, I'm just like, fuck me, dude. But I keep telling myself I was hot. My wife tells me I'm hot, and that's all that matters. Like that's the important thing. John. Also. I love that how you guys just started with that perfectly. That's why I wanted y'all on, because I figured if we we haven't had two people on. You were going to be our first two people, but then we had Maya on last week, and she brought Jordan. Yeah. And she was like, Jordan's coming on with me, and we
oh my god,
broke our two guest cherry with her. But I just thought you guys would be like such a great.
She forced it.
Yeah, she did. She did.
I love you, Maya.
Yeah, we love you too, Maya. Shout out to Maya Wells.
Yeah.
But like, so
Jordan.
you guys, where are you guys living here now in North Carolina? Because you're.
Oh, we live in Cary.
In Cary? Okay. Yeah. So, because we were going to do this 2 days ago, but the Hurricane Chantal, is that the right hurricane?
Whoa.
Chantal?
Chantal.
Yeah. Whoa.
No, my kids said it sounded like my name, because like we were driving from
Chantal.
We actually went to Raleigh to go to the mall on Saturday, and we were like hanging out, and I was looking for One Piece cards, and my kids were looking for video games.
Oh, that made it straighter.
I was with my wife.
I would know I'm half gay on my dad's side.
I was with my wife and kids, but like, fuck, I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, but the hurricane warning came on, and it was like Hurricane Chantal, and my son was like, "This sounds like John Paul. Dad, you suck." And I was like, "Fuck."
That was fucking up the South, man.
Yeah, it was long and short of it.
Shout out to John's son.
Yeah,
for
my son.
Being like, yeah, you suck.
My son owns me so hard. Like, so how long have you guys been married since?
We got married January 1st of this last year.
So about 7 months.
Congratulations.
7 months.
Yeah.
So you guys said, I think I have it in my notes. Vegas is where you guys got written. Okay, so
Ryan Elvis impersonator in a drive-through.
Yeah.
We did the full gimmick.
Hell yeah.
Can we be incredibly open and honest about our experience, or are there things you want to leave on the cutting room floor?
If you want to.
Whatever
we have like our viewer count is going up, but like our 30 subscribers on YouTube who watch the whole episodes, like we can.
I guess it's not like a tabloid headline. Breaking news: comedians did cocaine in Vegas.
Whoa!
What?
Comedians do cocaine?
Oh god damn it! All right. You
not
heard it
in my
first, Dr. Roxo.
Not my comedian.
Let me say, not only did we do cocaine in Vegas, we did the cocaine at the worst possible place in Las Vegas.
It was great. We got there right. First thing you're gonna notice when you go to Vegas is the strip is awful.
Yeah,
the strip is terrible.
I know Vegas through Fear and Loathing.
Yeah,
and
I thought you were gonna say New
and that
Vegas.
one Future song with nobody there.
I thought that's what John was.
She would get mad at me. We were when we got there. I'd look at the mountains, and like every day, at least once, I'd be like, they look just like they did in the game.
Just like no, but you see that building? We got to go to that building. That's like the Fallout building. That's the Fallout.
Oh shit, the Fallout.
There's like on that mountain ridge, you can go there.
Oh yeah.
Like that's where dude, do you remember, you played Fallout?
Yeah.
Oh
you remember the super mutant camp? Like you could see it.
Did you sing Big Iron the whole time?
Huh?
Were you singing Big Iron the whole time?
Oh yeah, I played that
frequently.
often.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Okay. No. How tired did you guys get of Johnny? How tired did you get of Johnny Guitar? Because I know you're the one who was like always like it's night and it's quiet.
I don't like Johnny Guitar.
You don't like Johnny Guitar?
No, that
okay.
song kind of that hits the ear wrong.
I have a buddy of mine who didn't like it either. I love Johnny Guitar. I was just I figured. Sorry, I figured.
What's the one that was always stuck too? So like the other issue is too. It's like no one like my Johnny.
Yeah, I love it.
I hate it. It's so it's like rambling and like, her voice is terrible.
Say it again.
So that was most.
All right. We're gonna fight about this one later. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's fine. I get it's an unpopular opinion.
No,
how was
no?
Elvis?
I know a bunch of people who
well,
hate
we gotta give you the full story.
Yeah.
I got stuck on New Vegas. My bad.
I'm sure everybody has heard of the Sphere. in Vegas.
Yeah,
the orb,
can we
the
start
dome.
from the beginning of our trip?
The beginning? Yeah,
Yeah.
we can start from the beginning.
So we go to the New York Hotel, which is where we're staying, and we immediately realize there is no such thing as affordable food or anything
cannot
to
eat.
do.
Correct.
Yeah.
It is hard to find water.
Yeah.
There's
Correct.
no water anywhere.
Yeah, I fainted on
$6
the
a
strip
bottle.
the morning of my wedding. It
Yeah,
was bad.
he fainted 3 times in
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
Once at the
Shout
Flamingo,
out to water.
once on the main street, and then the other time I don't
And
remember.
every time you do it, people just walk. Nobody
Yeah.
stops.
Nobody
Nobody
wants
looks
to-
at you. They just keep walking.
You're just
So-
guy number 6 today.
City of Dreams.
Yeah. So the first thing we wanted to do, because we also had to go to the courthouse, which is right off of Fremont, to file our paperwork, because we went to Fremont, and because we were in Vegas and we didn't want to pay for Ubers all the time, we walked to Fremont. That's a mile and a half. It wasn't too
It
bad.
did more than that. It was
Yeah.
so much walking.
Yeah.
We accidentally found you find weird shit when you just walk around
yeah.
Vegas.
You found, what were those letters that you found? That
Yeah,
were
I
just a bunch
found
of-
what I can only describe as what would you call those?
A
It-
schizophrenic
Reneg-
man's list
list-
of Bible verses and songs that do not exist in this
Let me say,
dimension.
we've checked
My bad, I
every
didn't mean to
song.
say
Like,
that.
John, we found the lost notebook.
Sorry.
I checked every song, every title. None of it was related to. There was one phrase in red that was a Bible verse I could find. Everything else was nonsense.
Yeah.
And there was like 20 pages of it. It's in my house right now. I
That's
kept
gotta
it.
be like
You
some
kept it?
tragic
I should have
blues
brought it. I
singers.
kept it.
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be like some blues singer out there who's like, oh, no, I had this notebook.
You got to
when I went
bring us
to
like a
Vegas.
single page.
And it was-
you can
I was
frame
on-
it,
Still
put it on
have
the
it.
Yeah.
wall.
It's in our
There's a
apartment.
heroin addict on there with a guitar who is desperately looking for that notebook. It had my dreams in
It
it.
had all the dreams, but
John.
he lost it to ketamine, and
That's my bad. I should have.
It
We're
was-
gonna get one of those pages and frame it on the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have 3.
Yeah, I carried it around in my purse the entire trip.
I
I
absolutely
found that
would
on like
too.
day 2.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You had them on our wedding day.
Yeah, I had them on our wedding
Did
day.
you read them off as your vows?
I wish. I wish. No, we were actually like moved by the moment. You know, gross.
Oh god.
I started crying.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
It was so stupid.
Yeah, I know. You cried too, pussy.
I didn't even know about it, and I cried. All right.
My wedding
So-
was all my wife crying a whole bunch. Sorry. Fuck.
Ew, I didn't ask. But
I
what
know.
we're
Yes.
I know.
Fuck
Get
John.
to the
Jesus.
cocaine.
yeah.
Sorry.
So we're walking from Fremont, which is, by the way, it's awesome if you go stay in Fremont.
Yeah,
and we're
skip the
walking
strip.
towards the stratosphere because we need to go to the dome because we're going to a dome show. You guys are aware of the dome,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Massive, awesome, trippy
winks at you and
visuals,
shit.
crazy shit. Yeah, it was very cool. And we were going there to see the afterlife, whatever thing. It was dope, right?
The show was dope.
But a lot of things happened. We were walking there, which you can see the dome from the stratosphere,
From
Fremont,
everywhere.
from everywhere, and you think, man, it's right there.
Yeah.
It's not
Wrong.
right there.
Nope.
It is
Wrong.
nowhere near
It's
right there.
across a highway near
So-
an overpass.
Yeah.
So we were like
Optical
walking
illusion.
under a highway.
And as you get closer, you think that's as big as it's going to be. And
No.
then it just keeps getting bigger. And you're like, wow, I really am far away. So we get to the stratosphere. I'm dragging my feet. We've been on our feet all day. You're dragging your feet. It's January, but it's still Vegas. So it's like
hot.
80.
Hot as shit.
And we're walking down the strip or towards the strip. And I'm gonna die. I want to die. I wish I were.
He's talking about it. He's saying these words exactly.
I want to
I'm
die.
I want to
Kill
die.
me.
Pouring
It's
sweat.
legal if I
Why-
say you can do it, I think.
Why did we spend all the money at the casino? We can't get an Uber.
Yeah.
Things of that nature.
This sucks. Kill me, please. And then, like an angel from the ether, a man I did not see before says, cocaine for sale. Which is not how he said it, but it's how it sounded in my brain because I
Yeah.
was delirious from the heat and exhaustion and lack of water.
And cocaine.
And it was literally like seeing an oasis in the desert.
Nice.
I
He was
turned
dressed
around.
in white. He was dressed in all white.
Yeah, you can picture
like
this
an
man.
angel.
You can picture this man. Young.
Get your cocaine here.
Get your cocaine here.
In
2 for 1 deal on an
1920s. Hey,
8
you,
ball.
sir. Would you like some cocaine?
And I just won $180 on roulette.
Shit.
So
That's $180 in cocaine.
$180.
it was I think it was like what, $100 for a ball or something.
It was. I don't know. I want to stress to you. I don't know coke.
It was
terms.
$50 a gram, and it came in 1 gram bags, and I bought 2 grams.
Damn.
But this interaction was happening on a very busy road. surrounded by Chinese tourists.
Yeah,
you're fine.
He bought cocaine directly in front of a Chinese baby.
They took photos of
They took photos.
This was interesting for them.
I'm in America.
And then
my first Chinese.
The best part is I'm trying to be quick, man. I'm from Milwaukee. We don't do it like this, all right? This is quick.
This should have taken. This should take 30 seconds. At this point, we've been talking to this guy for like 5 fucking minutes. There's cops down the street.
And I have the cocaine in my hands. I am handing him the money, and you say, "Wait, try it first." And I turn to you, and I go, I go, "No." And then the guy's like, "Yeah, one second." And he pulls out an open bag, spoons it onto a key, like this. Yeah. He's been doing this all day,
yeah, dude,
and then gives it to me, and I go, "No." I mean, okay. And then immediately, and I'm like, oh shit. Oh, this is good. Caitlin, this is good. Oh, no. Dude, you have good shit. And he's like, I know. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
He's like, I'm dressed like cocaine. Of course.
Yes, of course.
I wore the outfit. The pockets, the pockets are full of cocaine.
Yeah. The best part was he didn't have traditional pockets. Yeah. It didn't hit me until this was a very whimsical experience because he pulled the cocaine out of pockets that generally don't exist on a human.
It was the cocaine fair.
Yeah.
You said you found the Las Vegas cocaine fair.
Yeah. I said, please kill me in Las Vegas. And they were like, here you go.
They were like cargo pants built for carrying, like just a lot of subtle hidden pockets.
And then this man spent an extra minute trying to convince me to take his number down. He didn't want my number. He was like, "You're gonna want my number." And the reason why I kept saying no was because he was right. I was like, "Of course I'm gonna want your number. I'm gonna finish this and want more."
Do you have like cocaine trip pants? So that's what I'm trying to.
Yeah, that's how I described them. It's like in case somebody walked up to him and is like, "What are you doing?" You can't see the pockets on the fucking pants.
I like to think it was a tearaway outfit too, so it's just like he just rips it off and runs away as a different man.
To do now.
So I will say the cops do not care.
No.
It became incredibly obvious immediately that the cops do not care.
Probably sold them some cocaine later.
These guys are selling coke on the strip.
So I was dragging ass before that. I was no longer dragging ass.
You're
after
skipping
that.
down the road.
Oh, dude, we were to the strip in no time, and I am just weaving around Filipino and Chinese immigrants, or tourists, I'm just beelining it through. There's like businessmen looking at me. I knocked over a toddler, and the whole time Kay is right behind me. I didn't, but that's the thing. It's like you were doing. Have you ever been on cocaine?
No.
And had a destination.
Hold on, time out.
No?
I know that I might seem like I have done cocaine. I've never done cocaine in my life.
That's
because I know I would never stop doing cocaine.
You should. Well,
have
you?
Yeah,
I would never stop doing.
I have never had a problem not doing it.
I have so many issues.
Cocaine is terrible. It's something that
it's
you
the worst
do.
drug.
You do it for 24 to 48 hours, and then you're like, "This is the worst experience in my life.
Yeah.
I'm sick. I want to go home."
I want to do it again.
I tried it
again.
once, and I was like,
we're
never
never-
again.
Yeah, that's how I would.
That was 7 months ago. I haven't even thought about
No,
doing it.
absolutely.
See, I would be
we
like,
did get drugged in Charlotte.
Yeah, we accidentally smoked freebase in Charlotte.
Yeah, but that was an.
all right.
If you make friends, just don't smoke what they give you. I guess I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no, I
Don't hang out too close to. I won't.
Shout out to Ryan Midden.
If there's a trendy alleyway filled with bars that are 1 square foot by
And
1
people
square
who
foot,
want to have conversations.
maybe don't.
We're in Fayetteville. They're around the corner. So
Yeah,
it's
for
like,
sure.
Yeah, but I really never. The only drug I do, I think the hardest thing I've ever done is Adderall.
Okay,
which
yeah.
is but like really, I've just been a weed dude.
Diet
I'm just
meth.
really high strung.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm just really like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've
No,
got
I get it.
Something's undiagnosed over here.
Well, if you ever, for the viewers at home, if you've ever been
kids
on
at home.
cocaine and were walking and had a destination, you get really good at making it to that destination. Like, it was tactical. You couldn't touch me. I was like a ghost, a breeze flowing through the crowd. I never touched a single human being, but I
wanna stress,
squeezed through
at this
spaces
point-
I did not
Toddler.
belong
At
in.
this point, I am
I kicked
sober.
it, deserved it.
At this point, I am sober. I am not just flying
Oh my
through
God.
the crowd.
Trailing behind me
I'm
like, hey,
running.
can I
I'm
also do
chasing
some
him.
cocaine?
I'm chasing him
That's
down
good.
the street.
You're running through the street.
Yeah.
High as shit.
this was-
She's like,
this
give
was-
me some. And you're like,
this
you'll
was
never
all
get
before
me.
Elvis.
We have to
No,
get
this
to where
is
we're
before
going first.
No, but this is where we're getting. We get to the dome. At this point, we're now
Okay.
both on cocaine.
Okay.
We get to the dome. We're both on cocaine.
Full Dr.
Important
Rock.
context. The Dome said their show started at 8. We were rolling up at 8:15. We were worried we were going to be late. We
You are.
were so fucking early. Continue.
Yeah, so we get to the dome, And we get inside. And they said, okay, it's going to start at 8. The show does not start until 11 p.m.
There are two opening acts, both an hour long.
They both suck. Nothing is happening. The whole point is the screen. There's nothing happening on the screen.
God.
We go up to them. We get 2 beers. They cost like $45 for
yeah.
2 tall boys.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I had to sell my blood just to get a chaser.
So about 45 minutes in, we go up to them and we're like, hey, we're going to go smoke a cigarette. And they go, no.
Yeah, we find out an hour in, we're locked in there.
We cannot leave.
No.
They Rorschached you. They were just like, you're locked in with me.
And you can smoke anywhere in Vegas. You can.
But
I can smoke in front of a baby.
We did in the casino. You can smoke in front of it.
Can you smoke in the dome?
No.
That's the one place you can't.
It's the one place.
There's
And they don't
no
let you
smoking
leave.
section. You
But that's what
cannot
they tell
vape.
you.
That's where they take all the pictures now. So that's where we can't have filthy smokers in our precious dome.
I saw a
Filthy
baby
hobbitses.
just chaining a fucking cigar
Who ponders
in a dirty
that Vegas
casino.
order? Jesus Christ.
And a mile and a half away from there, they just had all of these 20-somethings locked in a room on New Year's Eve.
Dude, they were taking people's vapes. People were vaping, and the security were coming around, and they were fucking taking people's vapes.
These tickets were $280 a pop. And like, we're sitting there, not allowed to leave, fiending for a cigarette.
Is it crowded? Like
very.
Oh,
and this
shit,
lady comes up to like our row, because we also don't have a vape, and she's just like, hey, I know we are all adults here, okay? And I don't want to be this person. But if people can't stop vaping, I am going to have to kick people out. And I looked at this lady like, bitch, I have paid so much money to be here. You are talking to me like a substitute teacher.
Jesus.
And the problem is the only substance we had was a weed pen and 2 grams of cocaine.
And we did buy...
Which is awful.
Dude,
Also,
you should have started upselling. Like, you just started...
we also didn't have, like, we weren't carrying all of our money with us, which is their way of saying that we had enough money on the cards for 2 beers, and all of our cash was now cocaine.
Yeah. Most of it was back in the hotel.
I hate when
Yeah,
it
yeah,
goes
yeah.
like
Back
that.
in the
should have started flipping that cocaine to the desperate
And that
people.
was the best part.
Yeah.
Everybody else also bought cocaine from that guy.
No,
so this was not a valuable resource. So you go to the bathroom and it's just like...
Everybody's just like, well,
Lost value the
all the
second
way
you
down.
went in there.
what else do we do? Just, all right.
Everybody's
You do
just
a line, I
out
do
of
a
their...
line.
It's very rare to walk into a woman's room and there's just people doing cocaine off the sink. There's just people doing
That's
coke
so
off
common
the
in the men's
sink.
room. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, for sure. Courtesy lines in the nut.
Oh my god.
See, he gets it.
That is wackadoo.
So
Holy
That is
now, yeah,
awesome.
so it's like hundreds of people. Everybody's trapped. Everybody's on cocaine. The show does not start for another 3.5 hours.
Yeah. The show said it started at 8. The actual main act started at 11.
At which point we were so desperate. We'd been chain smoking
Yeah.
since we got off the plane.
Oh, so
Yeah. That was the problem, too. You could
just-
step off the
you're-
plane
yeah.
in the airport and light a cigarette.
nice.
Like in the terminal.
Damn,
Nice.
dude. We
But
quit
they
too
will tackle
early.
the shit out of you if you try to go on the plane with that thing.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
just
That's not allowed.
like,
But,
no.
yeah.
You
Air
get off the
marshal.
plane, you light a cigarette, you sit down at a slot machine. It's a horrible place.
Oh, it sounds terrible. I hope that doesn't happen
We
to me
got
next
scammed.
weekend.
I know.
We got scammed by Zach Baggins.
Yeah,
and
we went to
nobody
the
talks
Zach
about
Baggins Museum.
nobody talks about that enough.
About what?
We got
What?
scammed. The Zach Baggins Haunted Museum
Oh, Zach Baggins.
is a tourist trap in Las Vegas.
Fuck
but
you, Zach
they,
Baggins.
they also, fuck you, Zach Baggins. They
Oh, and
poison
trap in
people.
like the most literal term. Yeah.
They poison people. They poison people at the Zach Baggins Museum. They
Hell
pump
yeah.
it full of gas.
And then Zach Baggins, because also the whole thing is also mostly just TV screens featuring Zach Baggins talking about
like,
shit.
Talking to Post Malone.
This guy's
and
got, like,
talking
his
to
shit
Haunted
No, he
House.
wasn't even talking to Post Malone. He showed a clip of the Joe Rogan Experience where Post Malone was talking about him. And then right after he gets on screen, like he shows that clip and he's like, my good friend, Post Malone. Like in that tone.
Fuck.
He doesn't talk like a person either. The whole time it's like, I am Zach Baggins. I
Welcome
saw a
to my
ghost once
museum."
and I've never been the
Oh,
same.
so he's the guy that collects all the fucking
He's the
haunted
ghost
shit.
hunter guy.
yeah,
He does
yeah,
the-
Ghost Adventures.
But
Shit, yeah, Ghost
he gets
Adventures.
to this point of the tour where they're like, frequently, small females pass out when they enter this room, and we were like, that's stupid. And then we walk in, and the room smells. The room is being, the only way I can describe it is that they're pumping something into the room. It smells
from
rancid.
the floor, so it hits the shorter chicks first.
It was thick. It was like sarin gas or some shit.
I am in this room for 10 minutes, and I look at him, and I go, I am going to pass out.
Yeah.
And we need to leave because I refuse to be a Zach Baggins museum video.
Because they would show him on the video, they'd be in like gurneys being brought downstairs.
Showing them, he's just out there poisoning small women for, what was it, $95 a pop.
Oh, God,
Dude,
yeah.
He's making money doing
Well, the best
this.
part was like the main tour was $55, but then there was like the deluxe tour, which was $85. But both tours ran at the same time and in the same group. So you would have a group of like 8 people. 6 of them bought the grand tour. 2 of them bought the base package. And what those 2 people would have to do is they would get like 70% of the tour, and then they would just have to stand outside of a room.
Look at creepy dolls.
Look at creepy dolls while we're in there, like, dealing with a poltergeist.
There's like a torture chamber in the basement. It's such a incorrect It's the bad kind.
They had one room. It wasn't ghosts.
No.
It made me mad. It was the most brutal.
He's not seen any ghosts on his show, has he? Like, in actual... Yeah,
not really. Like, there's most all that.
Isn't it mostly
like
black and white footage? It's also green and black. And
there's like these 1950s things where it's like everybody look through this hole. Yeah. Sometimes a little girl walks past. Like,
they don't even have the good behavior to fake it. I'm just looking through a hole like an asshole.
Do they have the bowl of the spaghetti and the eyeballs?
It would have been more fun if they did.
I would have preferred that to like actual crime. Like there's a room in the basement of Zach Baggins Museum with real crime scene photos from a homicide. And I mean, not like I don't know, like something. Like, if you put it on TikTok, you'd have to blur it out. Yeah. Like, you can't put that on television, but you can just...
I have to, like, I cannot trust you. The crime that this man committed, like, the room that this man was dedicated to, the crimes he committed were so horrific against the human body. Like, the things he did to these people were so vile that the reason you've never heard of him is because that's not for a true crime episode. It is not for a documentary.
It's for Zach Baggins' basement.
It is the worst shit
I've ever seen.
Like, to the point where I got pissed. I walked in there, I looked at the wall, and we heard the story, and I was like, literally, I was like, what the fuck?
I want to go back to the room with the Manson teeth.
Because see, at least with all the true crime stuff, like, it's like, a lot of this has been edited for you.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I want to tell you guys. I actually want to, on the podcast, tell you what was in this room and what this man did, but I think I've already said like hemorrhoids, and I was almost going to say anal leakage at the start of this whole thing, and we've talked about cocaine, and we're going to talk about other crazy stuff.
We're not monetized.
I will not.
No, it's going to ruin the night.
It will ruin your
ruin
week.
The fucking show. It ruined, dude.
It ruined the trip.
Did you guys?
Not the trip.
We didn't finish the tour. We left the tour early.
Did you guys do the tour before the wedding or after?
Yeah, this was after, right?
After.
Yeah,
so just married, and you guys are like, let's go ruin the fucking week.
All I know about Zach Baggins is from. Are you guys familiar with Red Letter Media? It's a YouTube channel. They just talk shit about Zach Baggins all the time. Like they just got like fuck Zach Baggins. So like that's all I know is fuck Zach Baggins. I'll send you an episode or so. Like they have like a whole episode just fuck Zach Baggins and Ghost Adventures. Yeah. Piece of shit. But so that's all I'm for. But really, like that, like a whole like there's like here's my personal. Murder basement. Do you think he goes down there and just like
has to.
Yeah.
The whole tour is him
Zach
talking.
Jackins,
Yeah, it's his fucking voice, and then famous people he's known. My good friend Post Malone, and then he played an unedited clip of the Joe Rogan Experience, in which his name was mentioned by Post Malone.
Look right there, second 13. He said my name.
Yeah,
and then we said we would like to leave the tour. I feel quite sick. And we're very upset with what happened. And they didn't want to let us leave.
No.
They made it hard to leave. They
My friend Post Malone did not leave his interview with Joe Rogan for 3 hours. Why would you ever want to leave my experience? It's like, Jesus.
I don't know, Zach, because you're pumping the room full of like mustard gas.
Not even good drugs.
I think my favorite part.
Cocaine.
Was when we were leaving. We had to leave. It's like the whole museum's a maze, because of course it is. And we're leaving. And we're just shit-talking the museum so loudly.
Yeah.
And one of the employees What did she say? I'm trying to remember what she said.
Oh, she said, what room did this happen in? And we said the clown room. Because he just had a room full of clowns for no reason.
Of course he did. He said,
No, he did. His whole story, he had a room full of clowns in the basement, right? And then a miniature circus from hell. And he told the story about how he went and investigated a house that was haunted by, I think, the dad that lived there, who was in a circus. And that circus burned down. He was a circus clown, and the circus burned down, and he was in the circus when it burned down. Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, he told this whole story. It was also a plug for an episode that is coming out on HBO.
It is. On next episode of Ghost Adventures.
No, literally. And he's like, I was compelled by the spirit of this dead rodeo clown or circus clown who burned down in a circus. I was compelled by his spirit to collect circus clowns, put them in a room, and then, again, he's saying with a straight fucking face.
Yeah.
And then build a miniature circus from hell, like a terrifying little one, and put it in the scariest possible room I could make to help put this dead spirit clown that burned in a circus fire I don't even think happened.
I think that's just isn't that like the plot of The Greatest Showman?
On the next episode.
It should be. That'd be awesome.
That's enough to make you want to like delete
Not
your
giving away
HBO
much.
Max. Like,
I'm not surprised, dude. He's the one who has the audacity to charge $95 to go in
Hugh
there.
Jackman walks out.
This is the hottest circus.
Also, all we wanted to see was the Post Malone doll. The doll that scared
that's
Post Malone.
all you got to hear about, too, wasn't it?
No, but in order to get to the Post Malone doll, you have to go through the entire tour, so we left.
So how much of the cocaine did you still have at this point in the tour?
None.
Oh, none.
Okay,
so that was the best
You
part.
needed the cocaine.
Yeah.
Where was the cocaine? Why did Zach Baggins have no cocaine fairies around? Like,
I don't know. I don't think they fuck with
Zach
demons.
Baggins.
Follow-up question. Do you really wish at this point that you got that cocaine dealer's number?
No. We were burnt out. So the thing was, we did it for 2 days, right? We did it pretty much the second day we were there, all the way until our wedding, the night before our wedding.
Yeah, because we did it at New Year. Because it's like if you have it, you've got to do it on the
what are you
strip
supposed to
on
do?
New Year's when the fireworks go off.
Which was awesome,
yeah.
by the way. But we did it for 2 days and then finished it because, and I quote, this was going to ruin our trip if we didn't get rid of this. It stopped being fun. Second day, we're just at casinos mad.
Dude, no,
God damn it, I won $20.
We're just sitting on a fucking roulette table, just pissed off. We don't even know how to play roulette.
Dude, I'm dripping sweat inside of the Aria. Like
we're wearing sweatpants.
we're not at our best. I haven't eaten in a day.
We did.
Like,
okay, well, to be fair, we didn't eat for basically the entire strip.
You were eating cocaine, so you didn't.
No. It just was hard to find food and really expensive.
And if you try to order DoorDash, the DoorDash driver is like, "Go fuck yourself."
Because in the New York hotel and casino, newsflash, they don't have fridges or microwaves.
Yeah, there's
not even a mini fridge.
There's also not a place to get free. There's not a sink to get water out of. I guess there's one in the bathroom, but I guess it comes with the risk of just drinking.
Oh, and it tastes bad.
Hotel water.
Yeah, it's not.
And that
good.
does give you radiation. That's your.
So we would have to walk down to CVS, which was about 2 blocks up the strip, and carry large jugs of water and CVS snacks back to the hotel. Ugh. And that's where we would eat out of mostly because when you would get food on the strip, everything costs $50.
And it's huge.
And you can't finish it because you're either stoned or on cocaine. Yeah. And you can't save it.
Yeah, you can't put it in the fucking hotel fridge.
Yeah. No. There's no nibbling in Vegas.
Shake Shack.
Yeah.
We ate Shake Shack 12 times.
Oh, my God. See,
because it was
the Shake Shack at the good nights, I'll never eat there because I can't.
My wife always gets on me about not putting shit in the refrigerator. I feel like I'd be okay in that environment just because I leave shit out and I'm like, it's fine. I'm going to leave it at room.
Finally.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it at room temperature anyway, sweetie. I'm like a little bacteria. Builds
good
character.
For you.
The best part, and this is the story I've really been wanting to tell, is the day of our wedding was January 1st, 2025 in Las Vegas.
Yep.
The morning of our wedding, while you were getting your makeup done,
well, I was getting my hair and makeup done.
The loudest, I mean loudest,
I heard it too.
explosion I have ever heard in my life. It rattled the windows.
Jesus.
And I was just like, what the fuck was that? And we both agreed fireworks. I guess.
Katy
And you
Perry.
keep getting your makeup done. I go out onto the strip to go and get food. I
Pass
pass out on my way back.
immediately.
And like I wake up to like against the wall holding the food like this. I saved it. The last words I
Saved
remember
it.
hearing was
Yeah.
somebody going, "Uh-oh, there he goes."
Oh no.
Yeah, and nobody
Like,
helped
look
me.
at this drunk.
No, they all
I
just
honestly
walk
didn't
by.
even know how long I'd been out, but I was judging by the fact that my arm wasn't tired. It wasn't long because I did
Yeah.
not have a lot of strength left.
I think we
Go back
established
to the
it's
hotel.
like
You're
60
set. We
seconds.
eat. We hop in our Uber, and we get picked up by a limousine.
Yeah,
we
and
head
we're-
to our wedding, which is out in a little chapel in Fremont.
And in the limo on the way to the wedding.
Cocaine dealer.
No, we
Google
find
Google
out
alert.
that. Also, it took us longer to get to the venue because there's some kind of circus going on. There's just everybody's like, well, there's cops everywhere. What the
shit.
fuck's going on? Somebody took a
Zach Baggins.
Cybertruck, filled it with fireworks, pulled in front of the Trump Tower Casino and Hotel,
Oh shit.
2.5 minutes from where the McChesney family began,
Oh,
and
no.
blew himself up inside of it.
Oh my god.
I remember that
What
in
the
the
fuck?
news.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, it felt like Christmas.
God.
I've never been more excited.
Dude, like
We're just in the limo, like, what's going on in
It's
our
like starting your
like,
Yeah.
starting a wedding day with a bang. Like that's for sure. Like it's like you start with one, you end with one. That's a good wedding day. You know, you know what?
Yeah.
Also,
Good bit. I wrote one immediately.
Yeah,
for
I
it.
bet. Like Jesus
On the way. I was
Yeah.
stuck in traffic.
I was like, baby, hold on to those vows for a second. I gotta write down some
you
goals.
did. He actually wrote the bit in the limo.
I did. Yeah,
yeah.
I
When it
did.
comes to you, you gotta write it down.
I riffed my vows. I didn't need to write those.
You,
I'm
you
very.
said your vows.
It's all
Yeah.
crowd work.
I ripped them out. Yeah. Yeah.
The word you're looking for is said.
No.
Yeah,
yeah.
my wife, right?
Yeah, I worked them out. I was like, what do you do for a living? Oh, a cocaine Elvis?
So fuck yeah.
Oh, dude, his nose was rotted out. He looked
Yeah,
like
dude.
John Mulaney if he never stopped.
Yeah.
Oh god, my nose. Oh,
Like
Yeah.
he was probably 56. He looked both 40 and 80 at the
Yeah.
same time.
He was
a
probably
real
just
coked out
30, just a like a Vegas citizen. You know.
Big Sean was the guy that
Ludacris?
Ludacris. He's the guy that married Ludacris.
We're
he
gonna
did
get this wrong.
Ludacris's
I feel
wedding.
like it's Ludacris.
It had to have been Ludacris. It might have been Big Sean.
No, it was Ludacris.
We're gonna go with Ludacris.
I like
Okay.
yeah.
But he
So-
spent
It's a
the
lot more
entire
Ludacris.
wedding.
So explosion.
4 times in our wedding, he said, and by the way, I'm the one who did that.
He pointed at
God
the wall. It was
damn.
on the wall.
So you guys just went to Vegas to hear everybody else brag about all the people they
Bro, it was crazy.
You didn't even get to see Zach Baggins in person. Be like, yeah, no, this is where I met Post Malone. He was just like a picture. Of, it was like this.
He
is
has it in his wallet at all times.
It's like, this is me and Post Malone looking at my doll. He's so scared. Look at him.
Keeps a tape recorder in his
Go to
underwear
the
of
fucking
that
wedding.
scene.
Yeah, this is me doing
And
it for
it's-
Ludacris.
And it's
Yeah.
all in like shitty green and black and white. Like
Yeah.
it's just like Jesus Christ. So you guys moved from after for fucking like. How long, like after that, like how long after the marriage was the Zach Baggins incident? Like how long? You said that was after
That was the next day.
next day.
We were there. I want to say 5 days, 6 days. We wanted to do longer. Everyone told us it was a horrible idea. It would
they
have been.
were
So
right.
we
They
were
were
like
100%
there for
correct.
5
They
or
were very
6 days.
correct.
See, I leave town and I'm like, I'm ready to go home. Like I can only imagine how it is. Like, and you guys flew there or
Yeah.
Vegas
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
What
you said
was-
got on the airplane.
What was hard actually is we moved down to Cary
Okay.
on December 1st.
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
shit!
So we
Someone
flew
asked me
back
about
to Wisconsin 2 weeks later.
Okay.
Yeah.
We stayed in Wisconsin for a
For the
week.
holidays.
We're with our families for Christmas.
You might have
And then
cooked.
went-
Flew to Vegas.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Flew back. We both contracted.
What we had didn't have a name.
It's
Oh.
not everything like we joke it was like dengue fever, but it was something
Yeah.
that we've never experienced in our lives.
Cocaine sickness, maybe.
No.
it was
You know
like-
how, like, in those old, like, pilgrim movies or whatever, I'm not calling pilgrim. I'm mainly just thinking of The Witch, actually,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Where,
Right.
where, like, one of the kids gets sick, and it's
Yeah.
basically just like, it's time to put down John
Yeah.
Boy. Like, you
Yeah,
shove him
you
in
just-
the
It's like
attic.
the Oregon Trail.
They
Like
crawl
Yeah.
into bed and they
Jesus.
just lie
Michael
They're
there.
died
just
of
in bed
dysentery.
in an
Yeah.
attic forever, and that's
Oh,
where your
God.
brother is until he dies or
Yeah.
recovers. And he's never the same. He has a limp or a stutter.
Yeah.
Like
You know-
we got that. Whatever
Yeah.
that
We
is.
both had fever madness.
Fucking
Like we were.
A.
I was
he was
hallucinating.
He was talking
Lost
to
16
angels.
Oh my
I have a buddy of mine that passed away when I was like 20,
Mm-hmm.
and literally I was seeing him in the room.
Shit.
Like It was wild.
That's some like Vegas trying to come back. It's like the call of the desert.
I think it's more so that we would drop cigarettes on the ground and then we would pick them up
and smoke them. Yeah,
so that might have done it.
I'm sorry. You've played New Vegas. Why would you do that? That's immediate. You get rads. Like that's how you did it. Did you have?
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
But you're used to such a base level of rads.
Yeah. Not. I don't know. Like here, it's.
I don't
all
got the right perks.
Yeah. Here it's here.
Oh, dude, rad boy.
See, I don't
you
got
get a high enough rad boy.
So
you get healed by radiation, which is kind of dope.
That's true. Then you can just eat anything. You're like,
yeah, essentially.
So speaking of, okay, you guys you moved from
Milwaukee,
in December.
Wisconsin
You went
in December.
From there to. So what brought you to North Carolina? Like what moved you for guys from Milwaukee to North Carolina?
I got a job.
Okay.
The company I work for acquired a startup.
Okay.
And then they were like, he's young and smart and
Hell
doesn't
yeah.
have a child or a wife yet.
So let's kick
send him
his
down
ass
here.
out of the
He's
state.
transplantable,
And I was like, dude, have you been to Wisconsin?
No, I have not.
Good.
I'm actually never going to go now because somebody. Yeah.
It's fine. Go to Milwaukee, but don't go alone or for very long.
I mean, it's like a better example. Have you been to Ohio?
Never going back there either. I have
John-
very personal reasons
John's
as to why
got
I'm not going back.
excellent history with Ohio.
Yeah, dead mother as to why I'm not going to Ohio or Milwaukee.
Well, she can't bother you anymore.
No, I love my dead mother.
Oh,
and it's the
okay.
circumstances around my dead mother. Yeah, it's horrible memories.
I love that you went the other way.
It's like, she can't hurt you.
No, she can't. You're right. And I wish she could hurt me. God damn it.
Everybody
But
looks at John
I'm
like,
sorry,
he's
John.
been a
It's
bitch.
fine.
Like just randomly.
It's okay. But so you don't care for you don't.
I
the
love
up north,
Wisconsin.
you
I was like, I'd take the first ticket out of here
Okay.
for sure.
There are things we miss. We were actually talking about some of the stuff we missed today. Being weird in Wisconsin is actually impossible.
Okay.
Like it's impossible to be strange.
Yeah,
You
like
can't-
everybody is strange.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like-
you can just be whatever brand of strange you want.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
But-
dude,
We were talking about this in the car.
Yeah,
Fayetteville's
it's
the exact same way. You've seen the people you've seen the comics.
I wish in Raleigh it's like polos and booty shorts, or you're not a man.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
God damn it.
Where
I've
did
seen
the booty shorts come from?
Yeah,
your
just-
scrotum is slipping out of the side, sir, and
That's
yet you
why.
claim to be more masculine than me.
It is a problem. The booty shorts, I eat about though.
I
But
have awful legs.
no,
I have just awful legs.
I do too. Fuck.
Yours are fine.
I was talking to somebody earlier. It's like my son's legs are like now bigger than mine. They're hairier than mine, and it drives me nuts. I'm like,
Is
do you
that
have
not just terrible?
It's man legs.
go.
Like
Hell
I have,
yeah, it's
I
going
have-
on our OnlyFans
I have chicken
now.
legs.
Yeah.
I've always mocked horribly. They're called. They're like you put the turkey in jive turkey. Well, like usually.
Look at the fucking color difference.
Dude, well,
At home, look at that.
See, you
It's
need to do
vile.
what I do. I just go outside naked, and just my neighbors have to bear with it. Like
If you
I'm
look
That's
like
on
that,
them.
if you look like that back home, if you're listening to me and this is like anything you can relate to, just you should kill yourself.
but that's Milwaukee tan, though, right? Like would
You'll
that
never be pretty. You shouldn't love
Do you
yourself.
get, how often? Okay, you're very up north, and I'm not super like.
Don't
I'm not-
actually do that.
I'm not super well traveled. How often do you guys get the sun? How per year? Like how?
He
See, but
says.
you say that, and then I think about it, and I'm like,
You can get a
Because
snowbird.
we get it constantly down here, and I'm trying to figure, for the future, like maybe, I'll risk the vampires,
it's too far north. Like,
Okay. Because I don't like cold either.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to like it then.
I mean, it'll drop down. The worst I've ever felt personally, there was 2 days I've experienced where it was negative 40 degrees.
Yeah.
And at that point, you're not allowed to leave your house.
Yeah,
They tell you
yeah.
not to.
We had homeless people freeze solid to park benches.
Yeah, it was.
I'm
Like, it
from
was a problem.
Massachusetts originally,
Yeah,
so
so
I
it's like that.
understand. Yeah.
But there are people in Raleigh who'd be like, I wish we could get some of that cold
I
here.
actually, I will say, I'm starting to prefer the heat. Like, as brutal as
Really?
it's been,
It's the humid. That's what drives me nuts.
Yeah,
it's
but
the humid.
it's like tolerable, and everything is air conditioned. We didn't have AC or heat in our old
Okay,
apartment. We
okay.
didn't have.
Had heat, kind of.
We once
light.
discussed
Yeah.
the logistics. Yeah, kind of. We
And
once
this was in-
discussed the logistics of starting a small garbage can on fire in our living room.
In our living room. Because
Because-
our curtains would freeze to the windows.
Yeah. Oh god. See, I've done that with heat in the house. Like, I'm gonna set this garbage can on fire because the heat is not getting me. Because I weigh $150, so when the wind cuts through, it cuts through every inch of me. And I'm just like, it's like, there's not enough layers that you can put on. Like that's I always say I like the cold, but like really. Like I don't like any weather. Like I like I'm Goldilocks. I need it just right because I'm a baby and I'm.
And I mean, we started a garbage can fire in our apartment not too long ago, but that's just because we regret that 15-month lease.
Well,
There's
sometimes it is just fun to start a garbage can fire. Like
it's a form of protest.
Okay, but so that would have been
Commit
in Milwaukee.
arson.
You said because that was 15 months ago. I'm good at math. He said, convincing everyone in the room. But
should I not? Okay, just really quickly.
Yeah.
I've now, over the course of 5 minutes, told your audience to both kill themselves if they're not attractive, and then commit arson actively. Is
do
that
all
okay?
of those things. Yeah, we.
Yeah.
Zach
Producer
and
Greg,
JP
is that okay?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. Producer Greg does not co-sign my
It's
behavior,
all right.
But you know
I'll
but
edit out
believes in
the,
my right to say it.
We're fine with it.
I'll edit that out.
We support your ability to say whatever the fuck you want, and that's okay.
I'll just put a stupid sound clip over it.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Perfect.
It's
Thank
actually
you.
John doing all the voices for the
Yeah,
sound
I just
clip.
He's just gonna dub
They're
over
what
all
now?
of
He does.
We just put it over I just sent it. I was like, here, we'll use these as edit sounds. And it's just me doing a bunch of
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
can say whatever
like
want.
the you know.
Comes worse to worse, I write down the time. We just edit it out. You're good.
Yeah,
Cool.
and then we kiss after. But it, you
Yeah.
know,
That's
you know,
only for the OnlyFans.
yeah.
It's an important team building.
Yeah, it really is. It does help, like the docking.
Honestly, we weren't really a good team. We weren't very comfortable with each other until after we all started doing naked yoga.
Yeah.
After that, though,
and then once we, like we
Greg
all.
knows what I'm talking about when I say we
yeah.
opened
Like
up.
we do, like when you do a downward dog behind Zach Blackfire, let me tell you.
Oh,
it's
my
Hairy
goodness.
dog. Hairy dog.
You just dive right in.
Well, you know how like dogs get to know each other by
Yeah.
sniffing their
Yeah,
assholes?
yeah.
I feel like most
We had
people
to.
wouldn't be able to do that, but I could get to know you
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
well. Based
After
off
the
of-
show, you and me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
So
that scent tells a story.
So where was your car stolen?
Read that like a
I was
poem.
told that you guys had a
What?
stolen car from.
No.
What happened
Yeah.
is, so we moved down.
Can I
to-
say the name of this insurance?
Yes, fuck
National
them.
General
Yeah, fuck
Insurance.
I-
National General
Shout out to
Insurance.
National General
Yeah,
Insurance.
Fuck you,
I
National
Googled
General.
the words.
Luigi.
Who's the CEO of National General? I've looked it up.
Say
So
what? Hold on.
Oh, John, we looked up the CEO of the National General.
shit.
Jesus Christ.
So what happened is, so we moved down. we
go.
moved down to Cary, and we're so excited because we're like, it's safe. Milwaukee's so
Yeah.
dangerous and filled with terrible things.
Let's go to North Carolina.
It's gonna be so safe. And then within 6 weeks of living in Cary, a teenager driving a stolen car just slams into my parked car in our parking lot. And the difference between Milwaukee and Cary is that they stayed. In Milwaukee,
Yeah.
they would have just left.
They
It-
stayed?
They like stayed.
His mom made him.
His mom made him stay.
They were our neighbors. We shared a wall with them.
Yeah. So they stayed, and it's like a whole nightmare. And we were like, okay, this sucks. The cops are here. I don't want to talk to the cops. I just wanted a Celsius, but we're getting through this.
Yeah, now I got to deal with
And
all
we
this
just,
shit.
like, we don't think the car is totaled.
We also reasonably we're like, this is barely our problem.
Yeah, this feels
Yeah,
like it shouldn't be
100%.
our issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Insurance
incorrect.
is going to take care of all of this. We
Yeah.
did everything right. Completely zero fault. We weren't even in the car.
Yeah.
Incorrect. This
Incorrect.
is entirely our fault and our problem.
Yeah.
First thing that happens, they tow the car. They steal everything out of the car.
All of our production
They
equipment.
steal sound equipment.
Get
they
the
stole
fuck out.
my medication. My favorite thing they stole was a half-dead Elf bar.
Yeah.
I remember that one was really got me, that they stole the half-dead Elf bar.
Yeah,
'Cause
dude.
I was like,
I mean,
Guy was like, fuck yeah.
yeah. Well, the best part was like, so we drop it off at a place. We get one quote initially that's like totally reasonable. They're gonna fix
it's gonna
everything.
be $2,000.
We take it to another place. We take it to their shop then, who's gonna implement.
Well, they
those
take it. They
fixes.
steal the car at a certain point. They tow
Yeah.
it. They tow it somewhere else. We don't know where it is.
And then I find out we get another call. There's like, that estimate wasn't worth the paper it was printed on. Your car is totaled. So I'm like,
It was still
fucking why?
drivable. This is
Yeah.
But what happened is that we had a loan out on a reasonably affordable car, which
Yeah.
means if anything happens to it at all, it's now just totaled.
Yeah.
Oh my
And so they
God.
tell us that they total out the car. They only give us $6.5 grand. Meanwhile, we owe $9.5 on the loan. So I go and pick up our shit from the car, and I pull in, and our car is beautiful. Like, it looks like you drive it right off the lot. They changed the tire.
Detailed.
They had already done.
They had already
repairs.
cleaned it.
And then I go in to grab all of our sound equipment and shit
Yeah.
from the back. and
Gone.
all of it's gone. But then the people at the front desk are like, well, we left your belongings in the back. So I go back and I look one more time in the trunk. They left exactly 4 very inconsequential things underneath the floor mats in the back. And no
There's
intake
nothing
photos.
belonging to me here. Where is
No.
it?
No intake photos, which
Okay.
they were supposed to take.
Yeah.
And because we didn't have photos of what was in our car, because that's something everybody does. As I'm sure Zach, you have at least 9 photos of your car right now.
My car got hit. I had a job interview that same day. My first thought wasn't, let me categorize every single
Everything in the car.
belonging in my vehicle.
So they said no to covering that and paying me back that. It was like I was asking for like $400. They said no. And that I talked to the cops.
It wasn't even like you were fucking going for a lot.
Yeah, we're going for like a whole $425, I think.
I think that's what it mathed out to, and I would have accepted less. And it was the cop said, dude, if you don't have photos, there's nothing you can really do there. You're fighting an uphill battle. Yeah. And then after all of that, we find out that the gap insurance that we have on our loan, basically,
I was going to ask,
yeah, we find out, we have it. But we have to be the one that initiates that claim. The loan company isn't going to talk on our behalf.
So now you're $3,000 in the hole.
Oh, dude, we missed 3 payments in a row.
So our credit's fucked. We can't get
My
another
credit
car.
dropped by 120 points.
Mine actually went up by 12.
Yeah, which is odd.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
Listen, we know you married him. We're just going to give you this.
So I initiate the gap insurance thing because somebody finally tells me that I have
We've been
3
on the
missed
phone.
payments.
But the best part
Nobody
is
talked to us. Nobody told us.
We've been on the phone with somebody every single day for 3 weeks. This is the first time the gap coverage has been brought up.
Yeah, and it's 3 months after the situation.
Yeah.
I assumed that it was done because I was told it was done.
I was told the loan was paid.
Yeah.
I was told that it was
So
covered.
I get a call and they're like, "You're 3 weeks behind, 3 months behind. Do you want to make a payment to bring your loan current?" And I just start reaming this guy out. I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Probably
So-
first day on the job, too. He's like, all right, let me make my first phone call.
Yeah.
No,
And
this
I'm like,
guy's
"You dumb motherfucker!"
This was the guy. We worked with 2 agents. This was the guy who, for National General, who basically
No,
said,
this was University of Wisconsin. I'm talking about. but
UW.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But then because the Wisconsin University has a loan company. He basically told like, "Oh, you have to talk to Assurant, which is our gap insurance company, apparently."
I didn't even know that.
Assurant needed me to get paperwork from the dealership we bought the car from the insurance agency that totaled it out and made the payments to University of Wisconsin. Then the UW Credit Union had to give us paperwork in terms of our
One
lease.
blue mage
And
had
then-
to sign off.
Yeah. And then we needed the police report. So this whole process takes me a week to gather everything. I get it to them. It takes them another week to process it. And then here's the kicker, John. Here's my favorite fucking part. They won't cover the payments that were missed.
So we still owe
So
them
you got-
$1,100.
7
Getting
months
fucked
after.
getting-
Fucked after
Jesus
fucked after fucked.
Holy
7 months
shit,
after
dude.
this incident.
That is
My
nuts.
credit score is ruined. We still owe $1,200 on this. It's a $300 a month payment.
So in
And-
North Carolina, you can get a gun really easily.
Yeah, right? For real. And the worst part is because this family was aggressively poor, this kid, his sister just died.
Don't, hey.
No, this is important. His
man,
sister had just
that's
passed
not
away.
on him.
His
the
yeah,
insurance
it's a
company.
sad thing that
The
happened.
insurance company's the one
His
fucking you.
mother is dealing with all
Yeah.
of this and is barely handling
Yeah.
it. And her mother is living with him at the time, and she's a weird Jesus freak who goes on Bible rants, and I know
She
this
does-
because our walls are thin.
Yeah, she does scream. And she
Poor
would
kids.
scream Jesus stuff on the front
And then
lawn.
yell
So
at
this
John.
Jesus.
So, I felt awful for her. I
Yeah.
offered to mentor this kid
Yeah, this
because
poor
I
kid.
we
used
bought
to
them
do
a cheesecake because
We
we're
bought
very
them a
Wisconsin.
cheesecake.
You're like, let me help you.
because he's going through a crisis.
Yeah.
He's not what I was.
And now
apparently
he's
he's
hit
like
somebody
selling
else's
drugs.
car.
He's getting
Yeah.
mixed up with the law. Like, and his sister just passed away. And I'm like, dude, I went through something
Dude.
so similar when I was your age, and I was such a fucking idiot. And I can tell you, this does not go anywhere good. Like where it went for me was terrible, and every day I live my life knowing that I got out and I made the right choices, and it got better for me. But knowing what could have happened had I not. And I saw this kid going through the same thing, and he looked like a good kid. He was varsity football last year.
Yeah.
And so, like, I said, like, if you need someone to talk to, because his dad isn't in the picture either.
Yeah.
If you need someone to talk to, he needs a role model. I've done the same shit. The only difference is I never got caught.
Yeah.
I never hit somebody's car, and I was also
I did
white,
the same
which
shit.
is-
I did get caught. Like, I get it.
Which there's a certain
we've all
level of
been
privilege in
idiots.
that. If you're a fucking criminal,
Yeah.
like as a kid,
Yeah.
you're more likely to get away. It's fine. I don't need to explain that to adults.
Yeah.
We all know that. So I'm like, yeah,
Shout
let
out
me
to
be
young,
there.
doing crime as a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when I did all my crime.
Yeah, you probably won't get a felony if you're
Yeah.
Caucasian. and 20.
And you're just stealing Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, I was
Shout out to the Target
doing and selling drugs, but
I'll say yeah.
I can't. I couldn't go to Elm Grove after that one thing.
Yeah, I couldn't either. They would follow me everywhere.
They follow me everywhere.
I got followed home from a hospital in Elm Grove once.
damn.
They did not fuck with me.
Yeah, they know. Yeah,
That's just a normal.
But we did
Wisconsin
everything
day.
right. We didn't seek restitution from the state. We didn't sue them, even though we should
you were
have.
like, just pay my shit.
We didn't
me my
even bother.
equipment.
Yeah, we didn't even bother them for the payments or the insurance or everything. We left them out of it. We bought them a cheesecake.
We bought them
the day it
We're
happened.
very Wisconsin. That is something that stuck with us.
Oh,
We're
you just
very
fucked my life up.
Midwestern.
Here's a cheesecake.
Yeah, we're very.
for
we
sure.
bought a pastry. We
Being
talked
too close
to
to
him.
Canada.
Yeah,
We're
and then
sorry, you know?
proceeded for 7 months to just get
Fuck,
fucked.
dude.
So
And every day,
I
think
still
it's
don't
like,
have
I
a
should've-
car. We're still juggling that one. We have one
Well, yeah,
Honda
you just got
Civic.
fucked out of the
Yeah.
last one.
And there's no way to get into
and that's
anyone
just
right
so
now.
that happened like basically as soon as y'all moved to North Carolina.
6 weeks.
And it's been a
6
problem
weeks after
for
we got dead.
7 months, dude.
We still owe the money. I don't believe in paying debts personally.
Yeah.
No.
We can
No,
have a
not for that.
conversation
They can
about
fuck
that.
No, I mean because
later.
it's all gonna it's all still gonna be there when you die.
My
anyway,
payments
you know,
resumed though,
Yeah.
so I have to, or I'm gonna. My credit score will be ruined. I'll never
Yeah.
get another car.
No, I actually recently found out that I had no credit score. Like we thought for years that I had a bad credit score, but like no, my wife's like, no, you have no credit score, and I was like, is that good or is that bad? My wife's the accountant, like she's literally an accountant.
How
So I
do
was
you
like,
have no credit score?
It's a
I don't know.
50-50.
I don't like. My
you
wife's
have
been in
you've
charge
never
of
had any
money
debt?
for a long time, so that's really it. Like
You have a credit score. You might not have.
no.
credit
Now
history.
it's better. It was just zero. It was like sitting at nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it was,
Oh, right,
you know,
right.
it wasn't
No,
negative.
there
It wasn't
was no
positive or yeah. It was just
utilization.
yeah. So I'm sorry. I'm horrible. Like see, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. My wife, like I said, my wife went to school to be an
Yeah,
accountant
score
while I
hit,
was
no
cooking.
history is the
So
issue.
you know, like I was telling fart jokes while pretending to know how to be a chef, and that was that.
Nice.
That's
and
valid.
she went and got now she makes the
life
bread, and I eat bacon. I don't know, but
Yeah. I also I don't know who's editing the audio of this. I apologize, but like about halfway through, the curry we had started like it hit my side. I've been
Zach's
burping
gonna
through this
enjoy
whole
that.
thing.
I'm
Greg's
gonna
gonna
love it.
I'm gonna enjoy that.
I've been
on
trying.
the
Like you'll
listen.
just hear all that. Just sorry.
Can we cut it
into
up?
the mic like randomly.
Okay, that's fine. Can we make sure we?
I'm
cut it
gonna make it louder.
up? Yeah, that's,
You
that's
should,
helpful.
honestly,
Yeah,
it'd
that's
be-
helpful.
And then
It'd be funnier.
Yeah. Just do the edit. You know.
So you guys transplanted here 7 months ago, like, and you like
I actually moved down here in August.
Okay.
I was working. I was
last
living
year?
out of a hotel. Yeah.
Well, you hit the comedy scene out of nowhere. Like it was just all of a sudden, you
Yeah.
guys were a beautiful married couple, and then you're in the like everywhere in North Carolina.
It's
Yeah.
very
'Cause
rare for
we
comedians
met
to be
doing
married.
comedy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We did. I
In-
did it for 3 years in Milwaukee. You did it for 4.5.
I think I'm going on 5
And
now.
how long have you
Yeah.
guys been doing like? How long have you
Together?
been doing comedy? Yeah. Like,
Yeah. Or how long have
yeah.
we been doing comedy?
Yeah,
in general? I'm going on 4 years.
Okay.
And you're going on 4? I'm
Yeah.
going on 5. I keep saying 5. That might be inaccurate at this point.
Because you started pre-COVID, but then COVID happened.
Well, no,
That's
I,
what
I
happened to
did.
me.
I did drugs pre-COVID at open
At
mics.
open
I
mics,
did
yes.
drugs at open
Yeah.
mics. For a little
Never
bit
heard of
before-
somebody doing that.
before
Not in our
COVID.
Christian
But it's
establishments.
weird when you do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Admittedly,
Oh,
if it's just like you.
I would never do that either.
right.
The worst version of doing drugs at an open mic is not with other comics.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
just rolling on Molly for
You're
no
just- you're
reason
just
and
like,
for no
it's
one.
like I take like a fistful of Adderall and then just go to Chicago. I
Yeah.
just live in Chicago.
See,
No.
like for
Be
me,
like on the trains for hours on end.
I am so good at conversations when I'm on Adderall. Like
Oh,
I'm just like
for
the best.
sure.
I've got to cut that
Guarantee it.
shit out though. Like I'm
Oh,
like
dude.
trying to like, god damn, my wife's like, you don't shut the fuck up about
Yeah.
being on Adderall when you're on Adderall, and I'm like, I know, I love it. I feel like I'm so but
I miss uppers so
what
fucking.
drugs
I used
do,
to do
yeah.
Adderall all the time. I was prescribed it.
Yeah.
But I miss it. But
Yeah.
that's why I can't do it anymore. I can't because it's like I actually think it's
Yeah.
just great.
yeah, it's
And
so
I'll
fucking
just
fun.
give myself a heart attack.
It's just like with drinking and smoking, and it's everything that bad that like I've been trying to stop. Like it's just like today I found out Liquid Death is sweetened with agave, and that's got high fructose shit. That's like with the amount of Liquid Death I've been drinking, I've basically been doing the same amount of damage to my liver that I could
Soda
just
would?
be or just drinking.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I could just having alcohol instead. But no,
because
it's
you know
fine.
he saw it like everybody
Yeah.
else. He saw Liquid Death, just fucking canned water.
Yeah.
He's drinking like 4 or 5
Yeah.
a day.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
It's the flavored ones. It's because I like the flavored sparkly ones, and I'm like, ooh, this one tastes like soda. You know, it tastes like soda, but it's not soda. But I'm just like, I don't know.
We went on a tangent about that today. I bought peanut butter today. I thought I bought peanut butter. What I actually bought was peanut butter based spread.
Yeah.
From Food Line.
90% peanut.
10% palm oil.
Yeah.
Literally. The ingredient list went peanuts, sugar, palm oil, and salt.
That sounds horrible. Like,
wow.
Sounds great.
There's some peanut spread. No, God damn.
They're ridiculous with this stuff. Like, the amount of time. Like, I've started going to Trader Joe's just because I'm tired of reading. Like, I think I can. Maybe you guys are lying too, but I'm not going to check at Trader Joe's.
No, so these you guys are lying better.
As somebody who works at a Food Line, I do stock the shelves wrong on purpose, just to fuck with people. Like, sometimes, shout out to my job when I fuck.
Shout out to
Greg who shops there, also our producer. You know, he shops at my store. That's why he's like, where the fuck did he put everything? And I'm like, Greg. And I'm just like,
you'll never find it.
I'm hiding your shit. But no, I only work at Food Line so I can buy my weed. Like, I just
That's fair.
that pays for my weed, my wife's alcohol, her cigarettes, her, my kid's addiction to SH figure arts. Like, he loves those dang expensive action figures. I obviously do
Shout
too.
out.
Shout out to my expensive action figures also.
Hell
But
yeah.
I don't know where he got that horrible habit from. I need an expensive action figure. God.
Oh, we haven't even talked about that yet.
Oh yeah, I brought those guys because you. Is there another giant robot fight club coming up? I wanted to bring that up because I'm very interested. I was talking to Zach about it. I was like, Zach, we need to.
Oh, they're regular. I'm missing the one this Saturday because we're running a show in Sanford at Vinya's Wine Bar, 8 o'clock. Get your tickets online. Two Rings Comedy
on Instagram.
with your headliner, Greg Capra, featuring Tulsa Hudson, Maddie Bergstead, and Eric Emerson.
Hell yeah.
8 o'clock.
Hell yeah.
Tickets are
Write down
$20
what
plus
it
fees.
And people keep buying.
You said
They're
this
going
is,
fast. It
wait,
might sell
you said
out.
This is this Saturday?
Yeah.
This comes
This
out
is this Saturday.
Oh,
This
it'll
or-
come out at noon, so
Yeah.
we'll...
Yeah, right before
Oh,
it.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's perfect. This
Hell
is
yeah.
totally organic conversation we're having about it.
Yeah.
So, dude,
No.
well, actually...
But there's one coming up. This is really exciting. The next Robot Fight Club, and I hope I get this date right. I think it is August 1st, and it's at the Motor Co. Music Hall in Durham, which is an upgraded venue. It's fucking massive, dude. But yeah, what do you want to? So I think it speaks for itself for the most part. But
I just have a bunch of cardboard at my job, and I'm like, I could totally make myself a giant fucking robot outfit, and then I could be, we do a burnout hygiene, podcast good theme. Yeah, I'm just this is something I want to. I'm tempted. Like, so is it just a couple of people in cardboard outfits just bop into each other? Is it script?
it is.
This is late enough to do the episode. Is it script? Is it work? That's
It's
what I wanna know.
it's a little scripted.
Inside
It's
wrestling.
Let me explain it the way it deserves to be explained, because I'm not the one that started it.
Okay.
I joined late in the game.
Yeah.
On a whim and fell in love immediately, and
Because it looks fun as shit.
yeah.
It's so fun to
It looks so
watch.
fun.
Yeah,
You
and
guys have to send me clips of that.
Yeah.
Wesley. See, this is why I'm also going to feel really bad because I only know him as Hot Dog.
Okay.
I don't remember his actual name.
Shout out to Hot Dog.
I know Joe Strix
Shout out
is
Hot
involved,
Dog.
but the guy that started it is
It's
named
Hot
Hot
Dog.
Dog. And
yeah.
I swear his first name's like Wesley or
Okay.
Wes or something.
Wes
I
Hot
know
Dog.
that he works. He owns a bar down next to Divines in Durham. He's a great dude.
Wesley
I
Hot Dog.
really wish I could get his name, but
I think
Hot Dog is so
Wesley
much more
might be
memorable.
right, but it's definitely hot dog.
Yeah, no,
The
it
point
definitely
is-
was
Hot
hot
dog.
dog.
This isn't just like a couple dudes getting together and
Not
wrestling.
if you go to a big
What
place
this
like that.
is a portal to the year 3000. A Mad Max dystopian future where humans no longer battle for blood sport, but the AIs that overthrew them do. And a bunch of mutant freaks get together to cheer on giant robots fighting each other to the death.
Hell yes.
In a ring, while a man in with two bandoliers and a tidy whitey underwear, and another man in an entirely too tight referee outfit, comment on and decide the winners.
Okay, so it's basically Mad Max, but with cool robots.
Oh,
instead.
it's the
Okay.
fucking
It's Matter Max.
It's Matter.
I got,
That's
ta-
fucking
I got
badass.
tackled into a camera. I wasn't even
So
about
glad
to
you didn't
admit
say
it.
tetanus. I thought you were about to say tetanus, and I'm so glad you didn't say like from one of the rusty robots.
yeah.
Like you get that tetanus.
So the robot that
I like that cell, by the way. The fucking in a world. Where
Yeah.
the year
In a world.
3000.
where all of us smell bad.
All of the robots are made from filthy things.
Each one of us is a different form of autistic.
Hell yeah, that sounds about right.
But it's so fucking
so true.
Yeah, but it's so fun because like essentially the only come up with a funny robot name and then then spend a week and a half to 2 weeks, if not longer, building this robot out of cardboard and duct tape. I came up with the catalytic converter.
Yeah, I saw that one. That one's very hard for my dyslexia to read.
That's fine.
And
most
say.
people have been calling me the Catholic converter, which
catalytic converter. Because no, I get I appreciate the pun. Like it's very well thought out pun.
Yeah.
It's just my. It's turning me so like I can't. It's literally making my tongue pissed off.
No, it's okay. I understand.
Fuck.
You're fine. We'll get it later.
Catalytic converter. There we go.
No, it's cool. All you do is speak into a microphone for a living.
Yeah, I know.
Who
well,
expects you to be able to say words?
No, I was literally
I promise you that.
talking to Greg about it earlier. Is like I think my style of comedy is just not being funny.
That's okay.
You
That's
nail it
most
too,
people's style of comedy.
It really,
actually.
but I try really hard at not being funny. Like
we can tell. We can tell.
Yeah.
it's an art. No. But so do you guys? We are at the hour mark. Do you guys have anything else you want to promote? Greg's got to.
Any shows?
Zach's
What are you
gotta
guys
get back to his
hosting?
kids.
Any of
You
that?
have a fucking family? Really? That's more important than this?
Huh?
No, it's just more important than you.
Oh, well, that's okay.
He says that
there
about
you
me
go.
every week too.
There you
It's
go.
Okay.
Not the podcast, just you.
No, he says it about me every week.
No,
Every
it's
week.
okay, yeah.
Now we try to keep it around.
I do
an
too,
hour.
which is so much weirder because like there's no reason. I just wake up in the morning I'm like, hey, you know who doesn't matter? No, that's not
It's
true.
John.
It's John Paul.
JP.
It's John.
Fuck.
It's
God
John.
damn it.
That's how I say it. I drop my entire. I'm just like,
JP,
it's
say
John.
this thing.
It's John. I hate that motherfucker. It's just like everybody. It's okay.
I get it because she'll just guess for like hours. She's like, "Is it Eric?
No.
Is it
I
Steven?"
just stand in the corner.
And I'm just like, God, this has been an hour.
No.
Like, no.
So coy about it. You'll never guess.
You'll never. And then she'll just keep guessing, and then
So,
next thing you know, I'm late for work.
well, fuck. I wanted to get into.
No, we do actually.
I know, yeah. Well, I wanted to, cause like you guys do Crafty every Thursday. That like that's actually how like where I met you guys and wanted to get you on because you guys let me do Schadenfreude because you guys have the chaos spot for that every week.
We run an open mic at the Crafty Beer, Wine, and Spirits in Raleigh. Kay had the awesome idea of introducing a 7-minute chaos spot. Do you kind of want to explain that?
Yeah, it's just that it's just a way to encourage old comedy and creative stuff. We had somebody make a puppet.
Yeah.
We had somebody do Taylor Swift covers. We had somebody. God, I'm trying to remember all of them. We've had a lot of fun with it, and I just like giving people the opportunity to do something weird.
I had a
like,
blast.
I'm trying to figure out this thing I've kind of been working on for a long time that I want to do, and it'd be cool to have a spot for it when I get it finished. I really just love, again, giving chaos a little place to shine.
Yeah.
It also is so good for the mic. It's so good for halfway through the mic, except for someone to whip out a puppet. It just changes
it
the
livens it up.
Longer set.
Oh yeah. No,
Well,
I had a
we both
blast.
have such a deep love for alt comedy and alt acts, but there's so few, especially in like an open mic setting. There's so few spaces to actually get that time.
See, I've done
Yes.
characters and shit, and like I love that you guys have.
Oh,
that.
because
I
there's
think that's
nothing
super
worse
cool.
than pulling out a character on your standard 4-minute
Oh
slot.
no!
you
And then
know?
everybody's like, "What the fuck is this?"
But if I
piece
get
of
up there
shit?
and I say, "Are you ready for
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
regularly scheduled,
Yeah.
7
Chaos.
minutes of ridiculousness?"
Yeah.
Everybody's down for
It
it.
was like, fuck yeah, who's coming out?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But Michael, Kay, I'm looked at you guys incorrectly.
That's
I
okay.
called you Michael. You
I
Kay.
get us mixed up all the
Yeah,
time.
I'm so sorry. But thank you guys for coming out. I do really appreciate
We
you.
appreciate
you got
it.
Oh
something?
no, I was just say we do dress alike now.
We
Okay.
do,
It's
yeah.
just been rough.
Oh, and also Vinius Wine Bar, Vinius, I apologize, in Sanford on Saturday at
Okay.
8 o'clock. Tickets are now available online or at the bar. You can check it on our Instagrams or Facebook or the myriad of Facebook groups we posted it in. Grab those. Also, August 3rd, Chapel of Bones in Raleigh. We're putting on a show called Dead Funny. A lot of great people. Aaron Ransom will be headlining. Jerry Patoka will be there. Tony Rodriguez will be there. Ray Durham will be there. And Kay will be hosting.
And
Um,
Epilogue Books.
Epilogue Books,
That's
which is yet to be
August
announced, but
23rd.
that's August 23rd. Just stay tuned
Oh,
for
it's
that.
going to be
All
announced
right.
on Saturday
It's
then.
going to be announced.
All right, you guys. Thank you guys for coming
Thanks for
out.
coming
I really
out,
do
guys. We
appreciate
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like
Seriously,
making
this is
through
fun.
it. Hilariously, it rained again today, but it was not. Didn't make a moat around Fayetteville to keep. It was like
it
not
didn't
the.
flood Chapel Hill.
It wasn't a dark
Yeah.
and rainy night where you guys had to come out, and I really appreciate it. Thank
All
you
right,
guys for coming.
Kate, last word of the podcast. Go.
Yes.
All the pressure.
Go. 1, 2, 3.
Do you guys know that it takes
Cut.
in order to get divorced, you have to live with your partner 12 months. We live separately from your partner for 12 months in the state of North Carolina.
Yeah. You have to prove it.
I'm glad that you already looked that up.
That's why my wife and I are still together.
It's a
my
great
wife and I have
sign.
almost
It's a
been
great
divorced
one.
about
I
6
believe it
times.
makes us
Yeah,
strong.
no, 15 years strong, though.
It's good.
You know.
Yeah, it keeps us together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't afford separate rents.
Yeah.
Guys,
fair.
thank you guys so much for coming out. And this has been another episode of Zach and JP's Burnout High Jynx. Get the real last word now. Go. I'm turning my mic off.
Oh, last word.
Done. Yeah.
Done.
That's it.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful time.
I got the last word.
Bye.
Get that.